What is up, y'all? Welcome back to Haloskitchen, the best kitchen out there, period. As you can see, I am making a watermelon fruit box, and I know right here this scene is a little bit shaky because of how I had the camera sitting on the table and I was trying to cut this open. That was a hard cantaloupe, my bad, y'all. But if you're new to my channel, this is a thing where I make a dessert or whatever, and I talk about out the comfort zone topics because desserts are out of my comfort zone. Now obviously this is just fruit. That's because I'm currently on a fruit fast right now. You should definitely go check out the rest on my shorts or my Instagram, TikTok feed, whatever you want to do. It's just more comments and stuff like that. I'm more active on my Instagram and my TikTok. But yeah, y'all, so this is going to be my version of a dessert during my fruit fast, and also just, creating stuff like this is very much out of my comfort zone, shaping, art out of fruit. And it's I'm also using, just sharp, regular, kitchen knives instead of, carving tools. That's because, the watermelon is, a fragile fruit. If y'all don't know, I'm sure y'all know. But yeah, y'all, this is out the comfort zone for me. So like I said, I talk about the out the comfort zone topics, and as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about, the imagination versus reality type of thing, and the being realistic or whatever, just because normally when I have these topics, it's just relating back to what's going on in my current life and stuff like that. So other than this fruit fast, I've just been working on cleansing, not just cleansing my body, but also cleansing my energy, cleansing myself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, just as a whole, a cleanse, especially with these retrogrades ending or whatever. I don't know if any of my viewers are spiritual in essence, or if you're just Christian or you don't believe in any of that at all, okay, cool. But as far as my beliefs, I believe that very much has an effect on us, all these retrogrades, the Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, all that. So yeah, especially after all those coming to a pass, it definitely hit me hard and definitely had to confront a lot of different things. And I just felt I started this fast before the retrograde actually ended, and I just felt it would be a great way to end it off, just starting off this cleanse and just the rest of this month in general, and essentially stepping into newness and stepping into more so being present and stuff like that, stuff that I've preached on here before. And along with this cleansing that I've been doing, I've also been revisiting not just old wounds that I thought were healed, or just other things that I discovered that I didn't even realize I had to heal within me or confront or whatever. I've also visited older things that were, I want to say, good for me, I guess, but I'll just say old books or whatever that I had read previously, old perspectives or whatever that's I kind of just pushed away because how sometimes you get caught up in consuming so much social media, so many books and stuff like that it's just too many perspectives going on at once that you lose sight of your own, or the ones that really resonate with you, that truly do make you feel the most calm and don't make you think too much and stuff like that. How you start to think and have this one perspective, and then you see something that's the complete opposite. Now you're just man, I don't know now. Maybe y'all don't have that issue, but if you don't, that's great for you. So yeah, just working on that. And as I've visited that, I came across one of my old books that I had read, the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. I believe that I've spoken about this book before on this channel. But yes, it kind of ties into the topic that I'm going to be talking about today, the imagination versus reality thing. And like I said, that's kind of the point where I'm at, in my journey right now, and learning how to not get so lost and caught up in what I'm seeing currently, in my quote unquote reality, versus what's my imagination, even though I don't even necessarily want to use the word imagination, because all things are possible, I still believe in like different realms. I believe that there's the 3D realm, the one that we're currently in, where we're able to see the reality of things versus, things in our mind, visiting, the other place where these things do exist, where we conjure up an imagination of things, an imagination of, let's say, the life that we see for ourselves, different manifestations and stuff like that, to be able to conjure up, this imagery of things, and just, kind of resting in that and knowing that, once you pray for those things, once you set the intention that you're going to accomplish those certain things, and just putting that energy out there and constantly having your mind set on that. And, I believe that, once you're really focused up on that, you put yourself in a place where, you don't necessarily have to have that patience, at least like on that side. You still have to have the patience in real life, if that makes sense, because in that world things already exist. It's just a matter of learning how to rest comfortably with where you are and being content in a way. And I don't want to say that to say that you shouldn't do anything, you're literally just resting, but to not allow the anxiety, the worry, and the doubt and stuff to take over, because that this possibility exists, because you've seen it, because God has given it to you, or because you've conjured it up yourself, and the quote, asking you shall receive, and just what it says biblically about that and stuff. The stuff that you pray for coming to fruition is just about you having that faith, and you having the willingness to wait for things to happen. And, within the book that I had come across again, the 7 spiritual laws of success, I know that the last law that it talks about is the law of detachment, which is an essential one that, I still talk about, pretty often, but sometimes I lose sight of that, getting so caught up in my current reality and by what I see right here, right now, and getting so caught up in like, man, I need these certain things, like what's going on? I thought I set this intention. Where are things? Like, I'm tired of waiting type of thing. And also, just getting so caught up on things to happen in the way that I expect it to happen versus the way that it's meant to happen, or not even that it's meant to happen, because there's so many different possibilities. I feel like the future is constantly changing based off every decision that we make and based off our different energies and stuff like that. Your energy being thrown off one minute can throw off the timing of, when this thing comes into existence for you, if that makes sense, because you're no longer vibrating at that frequency for that thing to come into your life, to come into fruition. So yes, it's constantly changing. So there's multiple different possibilities. There's the end goal that's still there, that is still gonna happen, but it's likely not gonna happen in the way that you expect it. Things happen when you least expect it, and never usually the way that you expect it. So many things have happened for me the way that I never expected. Yeah. Some people like to refer to this thing as like, the law of expectancy, or just being delusional type of thing. They feel like, being delusional is the key to really manifesting things, and the way that, you do gain that sense of, happiness and peace within, as far as at least surrounded by, your manifestations and what you want to bring in, and not having anxiety over those type of things. Because I feel like regardless, even when you get those certain things, that's not truly what's going to bring you happiness. I feel like the happiness is already, just simply there. That is just something that everyone has to, go on a journey to find and search within themselves, because no other person, even if you're in a romantic relationship, they're not responsible for your happiness. I feel like they can add to that. You can be happy together and stuff like that, and, give each other good energy, but no one else is responsible for that. No other thing outside of you can bring you, long-term happiness, even though to an extent, happiness isn't constant. I feel like our emotions are constantly up and down, but I feel like it's a difference between, being happy, having happiness, versus being at peace and being content and, living in a state of serenity. I personally consider happiness to be an emotion, and our emotions constantly change, you know? And as far as, you know, being more set on like the vision that, you know, like in your head type of thing, or in like the 5D, living in that, I feel like, you know, the most obvious way is to do that through different meditations and actually putting in, you know, meditation into your practice more often throughout your day and whatnot, so you're not constantly falling off track, you know, getting too caught up in what's happening, you know, in your reality. But yes, y'all, I just want to like end this message off by saying, like, I know life has been lifing for a lot of y'all. I know it's not just me, you know, where all these different retrogrades have really like hit us. So I just want to send some words of encouragement that everything is going to be all right. You know, you've made it this far. You made it this far for a reason. There is still purpose left here for you. They're all going to work out for you. Everything's going to work out for you. You just got to keep going and make sure you do everything in your power to stay on track and continue to do the things, choose the things, and all that bring you that sense of peace, that sense of serenity, and, you know, just choose what's good for you. You know, choose self-care, take care of yourself. That's a form of taking care of yourself. But yes, y'all, definitely know the difference between, you know, the imagination versus the reality perspective, and, you know, the 5D versus the 3D, and to just have that sense of knowing. I pray that you all have a beautiful, blessed Sunday. Thank you so much for supporting. Like, comment, subscribe, and, you know, follow for more. Follow my social medias and join me on this Roof Fest if you want to. Yeah, see y'all next week. Bye.